asking Mr. Paxton, what is the best, most just form of taxation? Please explain.
I tend to favor either use taxes or sales tax, consumption tax. Unfortunately, we're in a system of heavy property taxes, which we rely on now, business tax. And the state itself relies mostly on a sales tax, which I think is a more effective, efficient system. And my goal through the bill that I told you I filed was to basically eliminate school property taxes, which would eliminate about 60% of your taxes. And the reason I want to do that is I don't believe that you should be a renter the rest of your life. And if you think about the way the property tax system is set up, you can't ever own your home. If you stop paying your taxes for 1 year, they kick you out. You start getting notices, and over a period of time, you're going to get kicked out of your own home. At some point, it seems to me that you ought to be able to own your own home, and under the system we have now, you can't do that. And so you often, when you've got a state that's relying on such a large amount of taxes, you can't move that needle in 1 minute. Just like he talked about the word efficient in the Constitution. I agree, the word efficient is a very nebulous term, which I think the Supreme Court has interpreted wrong by saying that they think that that means every kid has to have exactly the same amount of money. Problem is, it's in the Constitution. It's what he would find out if he were in the legislature. Changing the Constitution is not simple as it might seem. It's a 2/3 vote in both houses, and the people have to vote. It doesn't mean we shouldn't try, but it's not. These changes sometimes have to be done in a step-by-step process over a period of time, because you can't eliminate the entire, even though I'd love to eliminate the entire property tax system in 1 year, we're going to try to implement it over a period of time, because I think you ought to be able to own your own home.
Mr. Turner, do you have a comment?
I disagree entirely. I actually think that property tax is the most fair and just tax. Your property values depend on lots of things that the government does for you. You know, what are the parks around your home? What are the libraries around your home? What are the quality of your schools? What are the quality of the roads? That determines the value in a lot of respects of your property, not just your improvements. And so trying to capture some of the value generated by society through a property tax is the right way to recoup it, because it's something that you're getting from society as well.
Mr. Klass, do you have a comment?
Yes, all taxes are ultimately a tax on income. It's just where do you actually collect them? And the most effective way to do that, I believe, is through a sales tax as well. And again, I mentioned I'm a pragmatic libertarian. I know that proposing a constitutional amendment is a lot harder than it sounds. But you know, just to quote a Republican president, there are simple answers. They're just not easy. And these are some of the things that we have to get back to some of these simple ideas and go to the people with them. If changing the Constitution is hard, well, let's get on it, and let's figure out a way to convince the people that what we need to do is to make things better for the entire state, is to make some of these wholesale changes. So we've got to figure out a way to do this, and like I said, I think I presented a different alternative.
Okay. Thank you, Ed.